welcome to the live. I apologize if I was too loud. Maybe I should have warned you. But what's good? Okay, just got off work, and I am so excited to be here with you guys. I've been thinking about you all day. Okay. And what's the most important thing to say, to help us move forward in our mission, help us get the healing we need to do so we can manifest what it is that we desire in the world that we want to live in. Okay. And we're finally here. Hey, welcome. Okay, I was out of incense. I've been using sage incense and kind of being lazy about smudging, okay? All right, Spirit. I really felt like that was my grandmother energy being like, you lazy? About, smudging. So I've been just lighting sage incense and I was out. Okay, so that's why we're doing the smudge. And it smells so much better. Is all I have to say. Like, oh my God, it smells amazing. I didn't really intend to start with these cards. Okay. Ooh. Seven of Swords. Cannibal. Ooh. Okay, so what's coming through? Hey, welcome to the live. What's coming through here is be aware of the dangers, okay? Be aware of your enemy. Be aware of your enemy, okay? They want a Seven of Swords you. They want to fight, okay? So, with that coming out first, and I didn't even intend to pull this, I just feel like let's just get this warning message here. Be aware and be strategic, okay? Ooh, the Queen of Cups and the Devil. Look, the Devil comes looking pretty. The Devil comes looking beautiful, okay, looking like alluring a little bit, but it's a snake, okay? So be aware. Be aware of sneaky plans, okay? Be aware of sneaky plans, because and this the demonic energy though. So it's a spiritual war. It's a physical war, but it's a spiritual war. I feel like we're being reminded, okay? I don't know why it's coming out like this. Welcome. This is an old deck. I call it my spooky deck. Nine of Swords. Listen, this is the Hoodoo Heritage Spiritual Collective, and I'm still getting used to talking to us directly, for us, by us. You know what I'm saying? And so, but for real though, I'm really feeling, look, with this captivity energy here, it's really important to be aware of the devil's plans. I just watched a video today about that really broke down how the system works, how it was always a pre-plan about getting our homes broken up, and using welfare in the system. It was just like a really good breakdown. And what Spirit is telling me right now is they had made that plan far in advance to prepare. They wanted to reduce the number of children that we had because we was going to just grow way too fast, and we were going to be big and strong, and our kids were going to be, it would be out of their control. And so in mass incarceration and abortion and things of those nature really put us on track to destroy ourselves. Okay? And so they also know that eventually we were going to have this awakening. So be aware, this whole thing is a plan. Everything that we're seeing in the news and whatnot is a plan. Okay? And whatever frequency you want to believe in, this is the damn devil. Okay? It is not for our good. Also, I want to point out, because there's this demon energy here, how it can hop. Okay, some you might be like, you were just kind yesterday, and the next time they're like, those spirits can hop. They can hop into anybody who's low vibrational. So you want to make sure that you're keeping your vibration high, so that you're not affected by that energy directly. So you want to make sure that you can't get attacked. Chosen ones, when you're anointed, only so much can happen to you, but don't just think like that. It's because you're keeping your vibration high. Okay, it's because you're actually able to maintain a vibration, So, I don't know. I'm about to switch this deck up. I almost want to put this away. But you're a warrior. Thank you, Spirit. Doesn't fucking matter what the fuck they try to do. It doesn't fucking matter what their fucking plan is. Baby, we're gonna fight. Okay? So you make sure you wear the armor of God, okay? I shout out the verse, okay? Because a lot of times we move out of wanting to get away from Christianity, wanting to get back to our roots, right? But, our roots Christianity is part of our roots in regards to the fact that we found God again through it, okay? We still practice and still were able to pass down sacred ways. Okay, so just giving reverence. Okay, anyways, the full armor of God, okay, period, is on. We got the full armor of God, okay? Baby, we are strong, fierce, so keep that energy up, okay? We're going to quantum leap. We're about to have a quantum leap, okay? So it's like, it might seem, it's impossible. How? But all it takes is a shift. Okay, so just be ready, wear good shoes. This is the energy. 10 toes down, like, in sports, hold your core in, fam. Okay. All praise to the Most High Power. We are grateful. The cards just blew the candle out. Okay? Be prepared for significant change. Okay? Be prepared for significant change. I'm not seeing like a clear vision, it's a lot. It's like dust in the air is what I'm seeing. Okay? Prepare your hearts and your minds, because you don't know the day and the hour. So you want to make sure. I used to have a go bag. I used to have this paranoia feeling like it's the end of the world. And I used to have a go bag. And I had so much stuff in it. It was so heavy. But it's like, it didn't, what if I leave the go bags at home, but I'm over here? I was afraid of an earthquake because I'm from California. Okay. It's like, what if I'm not even anywhere near the go bag? And that's kind of where I had to shift my mind. This is so many years ago, actually, when this happened. But I had to shift my mind from, you know, oh, as long as I have my stuff. It's like, no, like the power is it within. It's not in the things that we gather, because we don't know the time, the day, you know what I'm saying? And so you have to have the power and the strength within. And I think it's really important that we instill in our children faith and fearlessness, knowing that they are, I heard sanctified, okay? Anointed is the word I want to use, okay? But knowing that they're protected by the ancestors. All praises to the Most High Power. The ancestors on deck. It's October. October is Hoodoo Appreciation Month, or I'm not exactly sure how it's said, but we celebrating, we getting into it, okay? You know, just your pictures, even just their names if you don't have pictures. It could be your ancestors, like the close ones. It could be your ancestors like the distant ones, whatever resonates, okay? I'm sorry I haven't read the comments. I'll come and read in a second. Yes. Okay, I'm going to switch decks because this is kind of telling me shh. Shh. It's giving me a hush feeling. I already knew I was supposed to switch decks before, but I was channeling. But yeah, don't say no more about this. This is my shadow work deck. So I don't even know. I feel all kinds of feelings. So whatever you feel, I'm feeling similar. Okay, put you over there. Okay. All praises to the Most High Power. We are grateful. So this is my astro deck. I really love astrology. We all need to know our birth charts. It's essential to understanding your own energy. And then you'll be like, that's why I'm crazy. And then you can learn how to work with yourself, okay? Okay. Ooh, relationships and wolf. Okay. So type energy is what I'm feeling here. So is love in the air? It's September. It's Libra energy, right? It's still Libra season, yeah. So Libra is all about love and justice. Absolutely. So you know, in relationships, and we're building our community. And guess what? In our community, we are gonna have love. Okay, so we can be excited about that too. Okay, we can talk. We can heal Black love. I think so. I think that if we all could just get on an accord and just know our royalty and our lineage and our legacy that we want to leave, I think we can figure it out. Right? We can figure it out. So be open to that type energy. Be open to smiling at people where maybe you wasn't smiling before. Okay, you know how we could get kind of abrasive. Because with the wolf energy coming through here, it gave me like wolf pack, so community again. It says beware of your wilder side, so it's kind of getting in, it's giving me that sacral energy for sure. Okay. Let me drink some water. I got Capricorn and Gemini looking at me. Okay, so boss up and talk about it. Ooh, and be that. Okay. Boss up and let them know it and be it. Okay, who gonna stop you from bossing up and talking about how you a boss? And because you bossed up, it is now who you are. So it is be. Okay. All right. You know, it's gonna show in like a lot of different ways, and there. So we all have so much to offer. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit, okay, because I got me a good one. Joy Champion says, my woman is a Gemini and I am an Aries, and I have a march to save the world and take first world country back. Ashe, 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 ashe. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All praise to the Most High Power. We are grateful. You know, because, you know, it's that save the world energy. Everybody ain't got that. That's something I had to learn in my journey is, you know, that's a particular passion, and I'm just so grateful that you that we're here today together. With the alchemist, yes. And this is how we manifest it, is by speaking our truth. We can affirm it. I'm saying yes, you gonna save the world. You saying yes, you gonna save the world. Okay, your wife gonna save the world too. Okay, and and just by saying it, speaking it, believing it in that high vibration, we're calling it in. We're creating it. So it's like, they can't fucking stop us. They would literally have to take the brains out of our heads. You know, they could chain our bodies, okay? And we'd get free. And we know it because we already been in chains. What you gonna do, chain us? What you gonna do? Oh, you gonna enslave us? Oh, you gonna enslave us again? Bitch, fuck the hell no. Okay? What thing else they got? You gonna obliterate us off the planet? You try to bomb us, you gonna get bombed. Okay. I think we can figure out how we want to divide the land. Okay? If you want to even stay. Okay? And you know what? Ooh, before I lose this thought, they'd be like, make America great again. They keep saying that shit, they gonna be the first one gone. Because America was great. Okay? When we called it Tamari. Okay? Or some other version of that. And it was great. It was amazing. It was lush. It was beautiful. And we had our problems because as Negroes do. Okay? But this is a ridiculous problem that we need to clean the fuck up. Okay? Okay? How are we going to be enslaved on our own land? And then they enslave their own people. See, that's the greediness of it all. And there's a definite petition to change the structure of our society because it's not healthy for anyone, not even white people. White people killing themselves. White people need drugs. Everybody got autism. Serious health concerns throughout the nation based on stress. Okay? When I was poor, how I got myself through the hardest times, what I would say to myself, I reminded myself that food, shelter, and clothing grows from the ground. And that really put me in an energy to where I didn't feel like I was lacking anything. All I needed to do was learn skills. And I am so grateful to the turmoil that's going on in the world today so that I could be reminded, because I had forgot how important it was to talk to my people, wake my people up, you know. But I'm 10x who I was when I first awakened, 10x, and it's time. God is always on time. Okay, love. Insert Keisha Cole song. I didn't feel like I was gonna hit it right. Okay, this is that Libra energy coming through with the Venus though. Okay, it's Venus season. So beautify, I've been decorating, okay? Let's get our ancestor altars together, okay? I was thinking, like, I'm gonna make my grandma's. I have my great-grandmother and my grandmother altar. And then I have an altar for my father and his father, right? And so I'm like, I want to have their drinks there, right? So I was thinking I'm going to pour my grandmother's tea, you know? Like, I should do a nighttime tea. I should be drinking tea at night anyway, right? So when I make my nighttime tea, I'm going to just, like, pour libation. Like, instead of being like, I'm setting this water out. And then I'm like, how often do we change it? No. It's like, let's have, we'll share this, you know, and then you clean it out before you serve again. So, All praise to the Most High Power. We are grateful. Thank you so much for being here, Joy Champion. Yay! And welcome everybody. Thank you everybody here. I just only caught her comment and it was amazing. His comment. Challenge. I feel like this had popped out before and I put it back. Challenge. It's going to be lots of challenge. Okay. Creates tension, stalls. Sounds the alarm. Motivates, pressures into, frustrates, demands, struggles, reorients, hurts, works out, and reconciles. Yeah, I feel like I never or it's been a long time since I actually read the words on this card. That's a lot of good information about challenge. Because I saw good energy in the challenge of motivating. The challenge motivates. It sounds the alarm. That's good energy. Because that's how I feel. I just said about this whole situation sounds the alarm that, whoa, whoa. Whoa. They're trying to fuck my people over bad. Hold on. And so now we can stand up for the challenge. This is actually how we work the best. That's why we were so fucking innovative back in the fields. It's because that's why we made the cotton gin, because shit, our hands was hurting. We was tired. Shit, if there's an easier way, we could pick this cotton. I'm gonna create it, okay? And we did create that, and we have created pretty much everything. And just because they put their name on it, or they erased it, or they blew the nose off of it, or they buried it in the sand, we don't give a fuck about their opinion anymore, because we know who we are. And even if we couldn't identify or pinpoint where our oldest ancestors sprang forth, we know that together as a people, we rise. We have overcome. Even the parts of us that we make fun of, saying, oh, they was being docile, oh, how you get defeated, that was part of survival. And there is so much to be grateful for in our ancestors who are from here in America, all mixed up however they are. Brown people, copper people, okay? And there's a difference. They're not like us. But we're the greater version. And we need to stop playing. Okay? Period. And that's for me as an individual to you as an individual, okay? And that makes the collective strong. This is an opportunity. If the challenge is an opportunity, yeah, for us to be the greatest of all time, of at least of our time, because, there was great times. Our ancestors had great times in the day, right? Our wisdom, owl energy. A crisis will allow you to look into yourself and make an important revelation. Period. Okay? Period. And I don't even always read the cards, so I'm just like, that was so meant for us to hear in this moment. Okay. I feel like I want to switch decks. Okay, so we got more of that Mercury energy here. And we also got this Scorpio energy again, too. So, speaking your truth. I always feel like this 8th house energy is honesty. I really feel like it is about honesty. It's about saying what you mean what you say, but your truth, not that sugarcoat. You know what I mean? And being authentic with yourself. So with the communication energy, it's speaking your truth, period. We need to speak our truth, and and let's edify each other, build each other up, support each other. We're going to need to support each other. Okay? From one person who ain't got no money to the next. We gonna have to figure this shit the fuck out. Okay? I'm supposed to switch. Oh, Spirit be knowing when how to help me wrap it up too, though, because it's like bam, 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 bam. Okay, spotlight on us first and foremost. All the other nations of the world are like, what y'all gonna do about it? Like, they talking all that shit, black people. They talking all that shit, black people. They saying that white men fight back, and, you know, talking all this shit in the comments about how they'll come and do horrible things to us, right? Sending death threat messages, fucking up niggas' jobs. What you gonna do? I'm talking about these. That's what the other nations are saying to us. We are definitely on stage, okay? And we need to fucking let them have it. Shit. In the most beautiful, elegant, wonderful, spectacular way. Okay? By being who we are. You know, they think we're gonna crash out for what? No, we're gonna show out. That's what the fuck we gonna do. With the sacral and the pentacles, that's getting money, manifesting it, okay? Manifesting it with your talents, okay? Dollars or whatever you say be called talents in ancient times. So, you know. Oh, praise the Most High Power. Okay. So lots of sexual energy here with the masturbate card flying out. With the Sagittarius. Oh my gosh. Calm down, Sagittarius. Jupiter energy. Expand. So, okay. So this is definitely like, it's giving me this sex magic energy or manifestation technique, like really expand on what your dreams, on your imagination of what you think it could be. You know, I used to want a house. I used to want to buy a house, right? I'd be doing deliveries. So I see so many, I go into the gated communities and I see these mansions and it's so gorgeous, right? And so I kind of was picking out like, oh, I like the castle style, you know, da-da-da. I was feeling a house, right? I also enjoy apartment living. So I was like, maybe in a penthouse. Like, I'll just pay that money and they can just take care of all this shit and it can just be gorgeous, you know? But now, what I really want, I just want to buy the land and I want to put me a little manufactured house on it. And for, you know, start with the one, but then put, you know, 3 or 4 on the property, depending on how much property we got, you know? And, for a self plan, you know, that would be for me and my kids, and we can all live there forever and just grow our family through there, you know. In a communal way, there's so much we can do with some land and some manufactured homes. I went up when doing one of my deliveries in an Indian territory, because every freaking street was an Indian term, okay? And I pulled up, and the man comes up, and he's like, you like what I built here? I said, oh, did you build that house? Yeah, I did. And I got a house for my son back here. This is just like a week ago. And I got, you know, he's telling me about some other shit his plans are. And he's like, yeah, well, I just bought the land. You know, when you're outside of the city limits, you could do, you know, what you want to do. And I was like, oh, that's so great. I actually really want that for myself too, you know? And it was all good vibes. Like, I'm like, good job, you know? But it's like, look how disenfranchised we are. Like, you know, how fair is it that he gets to have Indian land? So, yeah, I did feel away. You know? It's like, I don't know. And I felt like there was a moment there, too, because the crickety-crack situation had already happened, you know? So the internet was already up in flames. And He know what's up. He know what's up. You know? Yin energy. That's the divine feminine. So yeah, it's in your imagination. The power is in your imagination. And how big can you dream? How big can you dream? And it's like all of us thinking about lush land, gold, flowing water. Okay? Just, you know what I'm saying? A better balance with nature. Heart chakra, raising the vibration, okay, of the planet. Keywords here. I got witchcraft and shadow work looking at me, and the cards got stuck. It's always something. But you know what the thing about with the witchcraft is that it's just an illusion. Exercise. Okay, so we need to exercise. I'm getting like different messages for that. Like, okay, exercise our rights. Okay. Practice. So practicing your skills and gifts and this manifestation ability. Also, it's giving me this to do. Okay, like I don't know why it's breaking it down like this. It's like verb. Okay, so they want action. Okay, thank you. All right, okay. I swear, the light language was struggling. Okay, so plants. Okay, so what they want us to do, the things we need to focus on and exercise, moon cycles and plants. Okay, so getting in tune with nature and really learning. Okay, really like, okay, so everything is in us. And then if we want to look outside of ourselves, it's like, look at how the world works. Look at how the day comes. Like I heard somebody say, I believe that the day begins when the dawn breaks the sky. That is when the day begins. And it's like we literally start the day at 12 a.m. midnight, dead of night. Like how retarded is that? Okay, that is not a new day. Okay, and so just reforming our mind. Moon cycles too, and with the divine feminine energy here, honoring our moon cycles. Instead of it being like, oh, I'm on my period, it's like, oh, well, it's time for me to go and retreat, you know, on my own personal detoxification regimen, you know, type energy, something to look forward to. Also, we should buy peace pads, okay? I done already started a new cycle without buying my peace pads. I'm not going to let it happen another again, you know, something like that. We buy every single month. We can support a Black-owned business that is providing healthy vagina care. So just go to peacepads.com. Okay. This is no promo. I haven't even bought mine yet, but we need to. Gratitude, okay. Give thanks. Being grateful. Okay, so first of all, gratitude is alchemy 101. And like a way of showing gratitude to the ancestors and the hard work. Like, let's support each other like our ancestors would have supported each other, because they were supporting each other. Okay? Pisces. So this is, okay, this is kind of starting to say the same thing again about dreaming, your north node, where you're headed, your future, and using your imagination to conjure that energy. So, these little different AI videos I've kind of seen where it's depicting like Black Americans or like, you know, Black excellence, Black royalty, and it's just like, I don't know, just background. It's just nice. That type of energy is going to help you to give you pictures in your mind so you can see yourself that way. Okay, so it's actually important for us to create content for us and our children so they can actually see themselves that way. And what a beautiful thing is that we don't have to ask permission anymore. Okay, the ancestors are speaking right now. The ancestors are saying that they had to fight. They had to fight, cry, beg, tooth and nail, get shut down a million times so they could get their voice heard a little bit. And we have the power to speak up for ourselves all day, every day. And we have the power to create content for our people that edifies us as well as enriches the community all day, every day. We have the opportunity infinite until they try to shut us down, right? And so the ancestors are saying, don't let that go by the wayside. You know, we don't know the day and the hour to where we can't communicate the way that we're used to. So we need to copy down these light codes and share them and you know, because once it's in us, right? Once you hear something that resonates, intuition and the ancestors themselves gonna do the rest to get the messages. I mean, we gonna get the messages regardless, right? But we need each other, and we need this boost, this energetic boost. As many of us having this energetic boost that we're having right now, right? Because we're here together. We need everybody to be feeling like the world is my oyster. You know what I'm saying? We need to get back to that. And teach it to our kids because they're growing up fast. Like, it is going fast. Whew. I think that's it. We'll do this. And I'll just come back. But I don't want to, it's a lot already. We're at 40 minutes. All praises to the Most High Power. We are grateful. My heart is connected to the loving heart of God. I am eternally grateful, and I choose to live a life of appreciation. Okay, 2 flip. We'll just leave that like that. I open myself to allow spirit to flow to me and talk through me. May I be a channel for the divine. Life force runs through all the elements of the earth. I choose to live carefully and consciously. All praises to the Most High Power. I feel like I have a lot I could say, but it's like what's understood does not have to be explained. I know you feel these 3 cards that just came out and how that tied into the rest of the message. And I'm really grateful for anybody who gave me their time and attention today. I really hope this helped you see the vision, fight the power, rise up within yourself, okay? The revolution starts within, okay? You can't fight nothing outside of it. It's all within, okay? And the higher we rise our vibration, you'll see how easy it is to overcome. So, yes. Thank you guys for being here. Peace.